good morning, the world, or good evening, or maybe good afternoon. Hello to everybody around the world. Let us know where you're joining us from today. Myself, as per usual, I'm joining you all from sunny Leeds. It's a very sunny weather today here. And wonderful Cristina today is joining us from Australia. And we are excited to deliver to you again another hot and spicy chat about dating and relationships. And today is very intriguing one. It's very intriguing topic. Christina, would you like to announce that?
Absolutely. Well, hello everyone from a very cold Sydney.
Ooh.
We're deeply into cold winter here. But yes, nevertheless, we keep ourselves warm with a partner or AC or a cat or a dog, which brings me to the topic today. What is a black cat and a retriever in a relationship? This is going to be so much fun. Like, seriously, I cannot wait to talk about this.
Me
So if you're
too.
wondering what this is, well, listen up, you are invited.
You are invited, absolutely.
So Olga, what do you think is this dynamic about when it comes to the black cat? And it doesn't have to be black, or can be any color, just cat and dog.
It can be any cat, but the reason why we use a black cat is not because we want to discriminate it. It's simply because, as we all know, cats are usually quite playful, they are quite there, but black cats, they're very mysterious. They are the ones who really are different to other cats, right? They're the ones that actually do like to keep their independence more than many other cats, right? Maybe it's just my impression, maybe it's just something what I noticed, but I did notice that typically they are almost like, yeah, they're more mysterious, they're more on their own, they're more like they don't like really to be around others when they don't want it. They're there when they want it, right? And when they're chased, they go away. So basically, they're the ones that actually like to come around. And again, I did have a cat before. She was very independent too. But I noticed for some reason there's a difference between a black cat and other cats. So please tell me, cat mummies and cat daddies, if I'm totally wrong. Because I could be totally wrong. And that's why we're doing this show to also kind of make it more provocative for you to make you start talking, right? So please make sure you do share with us what do you think about is this the even right description? But what do we actually mean by black cat or any other cat and a retriever? By that, what we mean is actually that in a relationship, one of you should be the one who is pulling back and another one who is chasing. In other words, it's femininity and masculinity. But it's so much sometimes difficult to understand the difference between masculinity and femininity. That's why we're bringing the slightly different version of that. So, Christina, what do you think? And do you think it's totally wrong for me to say black cat? Do you think we should keep it as a cat? What's your thoughts?
Well, it's my first time owning a cat, so because Matt has a cat and ours has spots of white, so I don't really know.
Oh, okay.
But I think just if we just speak in general about cats, right? What I've
Yes.
noticed, for example, and this goes really well with sometimes people in a relationship as well, is that she has really firm boundaries. All right, so
Yes.
that cat doesn't do anything she doesn't want to do. So
Right.
seriously, everything has to be on her terms. All right,
Mm-hmm.
and when it's not, like if you pet her one more time than more than she wants, she'll let you know by just flicking her tail.
Yes.
She'll
Yes.
also let you know if you insist and you didn't get the first signal. She will literally either pretend like she's biting
Kiss
you,
you.
or
Yes.
she is lifting her paw, but she knows she doesn't just go for it. She's just like warning you, hello, I'm ready, I
Exactly.
told you once, right? And then if sometimes my partner plays silly, and so is my stepdaughter, and they insist, and then he goes for it.
Yeah.
So you
Yeah.
pretty much have three tries. That's
Uh-huh.
depending how insistent you are, or how forward you are in your approach. That cat will always tell you, I do not want that. A cat
There we
also, when
go.
she wants something, will come around and tell you, I want something from you, whatever what that is. Like, she makes herself heard, right? And she will pest you until you give her what she
Mm-hmm.
wants. And some
Mm-hmm.
people are like that in a relationship too. Now, you have that way of showing up in a relationship, and you also have, well, the retriever approach, which is happy. He is happy to please. He is happy to fulfill every need you want. I'm your everything. And
There we
when you're not
go.
giving him what he wants, he comes and he's like begging for it and asking you to give him some more.
There
Please
we
give me
go.
some more love. Look how happy I am. And he's wagging his tail and his head at you, and he's licking you, and he's there no matter what you do, no matter how grumpy, no matter how upside down, no matter how angry, right? He will be there by your side. And it's very loving and very like, but it can be a little bit annoying too, because it's like right in your face all the time, right? And you
Mm-hmm.
feel like you just want to be left alone sometimes. You just want to push them away because it's just too much, for God's sake. Just, okay, this is nice and funny for just a little bit. I'm enjoying playing with you, but like, give me some space already, right? So, which one, ask yourself, which
Mm-hmm.
how are you showing up in your relationship or when you date, which approach? Is it a combination of both? Is it none? Is it the black cat, or is it the retriever? um,
Mm-hmm.
I think it's important that you start asking yourself and really decide which way do you want to show up from now on. I guess this is the point of this whole conversation, isn't Olga?
It really is absolutely just to make you think that you as a woman, you as a man, or representative of any other gender, you have both energies within yourself. You really do, right? We can call it in other ways masculinity and femininity, or we can call it a black cat or retriever, right? But basically, masculinity or retriever is somebody who is providing that stability. Is somebody who is actually chasing, is somebody who is there being decisive, is somebody there who is taking actions, is somebody that actually is ensuring, is providing, is somebody that actually is there to protect and take care,
Mm.
right? But in a way of masculine actions, in a way of somebody that actually will be going after something, what they want. They're retrieving that, right? And the black cat, in
Mm.
other words, or femininity, is something that actually is receiving. Because when you are retrieving, when you are chasing a man, because it's opposite to what their energy is, they just become uninterested, right? They become
Mm-hmm.
uninterested because you come as too easy. You become needy. You become somebody who actually wants their energy, and that's not what appeals to them. To some men, it does. And I'm not saying you should be always hyper independent and always chased and always run away and always mysterious and always that. Obviously, it's a nice balance, right? But think about the majority of your time. Where do you spend most energy in? Do you spend most energy as a woman in being more feminine, in being more playful, in being more mysterious, in being the one who is receiving, being the one who is fun, right? Or are you really the one who is chasing, the one who is nagging, the one who is retrieving, the one who is doing all of that? And if you are, then probably you notice the dynamics of your relationship is slightly different as well. So why would you want that? Allow man to be a man whilst you can allow yourself to be a woman. And watch the
Mm.
dynamics change in your relationship, right? That's why I see so many women who are very independent, but they are aggressively independent, right? They're
Yeah.
very, very into like, oh, I don't need a man. Like, I don't need a man. I can do everything on my own. Like, I'm just perfectly fine. Well, but are you really? But
Mm.
are you really? That's the question. It's not about needing a man, but it's about allowing a man to be a man in your life, right? And the
Mm.
same applies for
Yeah.
men. Right? You don't really.
Yeah.
The thing is, when we need somebody, that's when we actually shouldn't need anybody. Okay? We should want them. We should want them. But as a man, could you actually hire people who actually will be providing you with lots of different services? Yes, you could. Especially if you're a successful man, you can have a cleaner, you can have a cook, you can have a whatever else you want. Right? It's not really
Mm.
what you want from a woman, the service. What you want from a woman is a nurture, is a care, is spontaneity, it's mysteriousness, it's keeping you on your toes, it's keeping you in your masculine mode where actually you will be showing up for her, right? It's when you actually feel also like an achiever because you are achieving that woman. You are getting that woman. That's why men really celebrate themselves when they really get finally what they wanted from a woman, right? Right? That's
But
why.
yeah.
It's natural. Exactly. You can't go against the nature. It's just natural.
So I was wondering also when it comes to cats, I don't know if you notice that they do like to have their quiet places and
Yes.
be on their own so much more, right? So
Yes.
then they're a little bit more introvert. They're a little bit more. They need their space,
Mm-hmm.
and I think if you look at, there are a lot of men and women, right, that show up that way, which usually can create less connection,
Mm-hmm.
with someone else, because they're actually not doing what it's actually going to connect them. So
Mm-hmm.
it can be that because you're showing up a little bit more like a cat, you actually are
Mm-hmm.
having less connection and love or friendships in your life, and you might tend to feel a bit lonely. Cats don't really feel lonely. When they want
Mm-mm.
something, they go out and they get it.
Exactly.
If they want
Exactly.
fun, they're chasing a bug,
Yeah.
they're chasing, a toy, they're chasing a mouse. When a dog wants connection and love, he comes almost begging for it.
There we go. It is coming with giving that. Exactly. Yes.
Yeah, so he comes and he almost begs for it, right? So it's a completely different approach. Not every dog does that. We have a variety of dogs and cats, right? So we're
Mm-hmm.
gonna allow we're gonna
Yes.
allow for diversity in here. But again, the approach is very, very
Yeah.
different. A dog is a lot more social and a lot more friendly and a lot more
Mm-hmm.
easygoing,
Mm-hmm.
right? Which allows him to have a lot more friendships, a lot more going on for himself,
Mm-hmm.
because he's actually creating it, right? He could go and chew on a stick by himself if he wants to. Not that it's good for them, but anyway, he could actually entertain himself by digging a hole
Mm-hmm.
or
Mm.
doing other things. But he can also come and be dependent, okay, on a person or another person to play with him and give him the affection that he wants. So again, I would love to see, which one do you think you are? Are you the cat? Are you the dog?
Exactly.
And Olga, which one do you think you are showing up more, or you show up like in your previous relationships?
Oh, you know what? I think I made a mistake of being a retriever. I think I made a mistake of being a
Mm.
retriever. Yes. Yeah. And again, we all did it. We all are learning where to be, who to be, and it fits us more. But also, let's not forget, our behavior is always, always based on our past traumas, right?
Mm.
Always. The reason why I was a retriever in the past, because I was traumatized and I believed I have to earn love. It was about earning love. It was about not feeling that I deserved that love. That means I learned
Mm.
that I'm loved by myself to start with, the rest of the world, right, as well afterwards, because you can only love other people as much as you love yourself. And you can only allow
Yeah.
yourself to receive as much love as you love yourself, right? This is when I learned how to be more in my feminine and how to go more into the cast energy. But really is a matter of understanding where's your behavior coming from. So, ladies, if you're right now in your retriever position, that probably means you don't feel you deserve that love. Probably you were traumatized. Probably you were programmed. Probably you were somehow told that you have to do something to earn that love. The truth is, you don't have to. You were born to be loved. The minute you were born, you were already loved. Okay? You're like the
Mm.
beautiful flower on a field that people are walking by and admiring. Okay? And you got to
Yeah.
learn how to be the beautiful flower to be admired, how to make other people's lives better just by being in their lives. and knowing the worth of that and knowing the price of that and knowing that when you are in other men's life, it's them being really lucky. It's them being really lucky. But I remember saying things like, "Oh, I'm such a lucky woman." Of course, yes, we all want to feel like you're a lucky man, you're a lucky woman, of course, absolutely. But when you're in a true position as a woman, unfortunately, it does break the chemistry a little bit. It does. But you got to understand your past traumas in order to really show up in your healthier feminine or masculine energy. And the same for a man. If you are like a black cat, if you're not connecting, if you are the one who is like to be chased. Maybe you were trained that you have to be chased, but then do you really
Mm.
feel like you show up in your relationship? And maybe you constantly attract drama queens and very needy and desperate, and as a result, unhealthy partners because they are chasing you, right? So that's
Mm.
why it is about you stepping up more into retriever mode, which means you will put off those who will be chasing you because they got used to be chased, to chase, and you will attract those who would like to be chased. But again, you got to understand your trauma. So that's my answer, my darling. What about you? Where do you think you were?
Yeah,
Where do you think you
same,
are now?
absolutely. Absolutely the same. Yeah, I was very much a people pleaser, and therefore,
There we
definitely
go.
a retriever. Constantly
Yes.
chasing love, constantly chasing, making it work, trying to make it work, pushing
Oh,
carrots, so to speak.
those
And
words.
and, and feeling like I have to work so hard to get that little bit of extra love that I wanted, and it became, the more work I've done on myself, obviously it became more clear to me on how I want to show up. And I also move more towards the black cat, where I'm okay to be on my own. I'm okay to be in a
Mm-hmm.
social group. I'm giving myself what I need, what I needed, and I'm asking for what
Yes.
I need, what I needed. But I'm also being mindful of meeting others' needs too, as much as I can, right? As long as
Yes.
I have the awareness, which is again the retriever. Like I can show up as a retriever and be playful and social and funny and affectionate, but I have no problem showing my clothes,
Yes.
my arrow strike,
Yes.
if or flicking my tail if
Yes.
someone is
Exactly.
crossing my boundaries, or really not showing up with integrity. So I think hopefully we have raised a lot of awareness with this. We love to hear your thoughts. We always love hearing what you got to say, your opinions. I would love to see where you
Mm.
are right now. Like after you have done some work, or maybe what you feel you should be doing more. Um, Olga and I are always reading your comments with pleasure and interest. So, if you are going through a little bit of struggle in your relationship, and you feel like you're too much of a black cat, or
Mm.
too much of a retriever, please reach out, to Olga. Book a call with her, sign up for her
Mm.
programs, ask about how she can help you, because most of the times we don't know. We keep doing the same thing, and we keep blaming others. I think one of the easiest thing in a relationship is to blame the other person for not showing up the way we want.
Mm.
But truthfully, is it goes both ways. And
Mm-hmm.
having that awareness to see how we are showing up, how we are not showing up, is really important. And Olga can definitely support you by giving you some insight and perspective in, how you can approach your partner from now on, and what is it that needs to change in your relationship to have it the way you want. We love to hear you, and to have we love to hear that you can admit
Oh.
that, what, I've done everything I know, and now I don't know what else to do, and I'm okay to learn from someone else, because if I knew how to do it, I'll have done it already.
That's the truth. You said it, Christina. Absolutely. If you would know how to do it yourself, you would have done it already. That's why even Olympic champions, they do have coaches and people that work with them, a whole team of people that work with them, because they know if they want to get the Olympic medal, the gold medal or silver or bronze, if they want to get that medal, They need that support, okay? They choose to be above average. And you, dear ladies, if right now you are feeling like, ooh, I think I was too much of a retriever. I don't really know how to be in my true feminine. I don't even know how to just love myself and be the love in order to receive love. I don't even know how to feel worthy of love and how to manifest the love of my life. That lady on the screen, Christina Davis, all the way from Australia, she actually can help you around the world. You don't have to be in Australia to work with Christina. You can be anywhere in the world. And I can absolutely vouch and put my hand on my heart to say that her programs are absolutely outstanding and amazing. So, dear single ladies, get in touch with Christina if you want that ring on your finger. It's gonna be there in no time. And darling, thank you
That's
so much for this wonderful episode. We loved having you with us. Please let us know where you were joining us from, and we will see you next time.
See you all next week. Take care.